Hi guys, it's Miss Julie from Christ for Kids Ministries and Miss Julie's Beauty Studio. And as I promised on our Facebook Beauty Studio page, I wanted to do a tutorial on pin curls with all the hair God has given us. And so I know pin curls are kind of a blast from the past. You go back to like the 20s, 30s, flapper, you know, when they were doing the finger waves and all that fun stuff. But pin curls are actually very relevant. They're still used today a lot. Yeah, you can get the same effect from a roller set, but pin curls, they're just something kind of fun if you have the time and you'd like to do something just a little bit different. And so what I'm doing on our model today is I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of pin curls. I'm going to do an on-base pin curl, I'm going to do a half-base pin curl, and then I'm going to do an off-base pin curl. And the reason for these is to show you the different effects that you can get depending on how you want to do your pin curls. On base is where the curl sits directly on the base, and you'll see this when I do it on our model. That gives you the most volume, the most curl. You will, if you want curl, you will want to do the curl on base. That's also called a cascade curl. And the way I used to think about that is cascade stands up to grease, and all of you beauty experts out there that had to take your state boards, you know what I'm talking about. The half base curl is going to give you more of a spiral. So if you're looking for a spiral kind of a look, you will definitely want to do the half base. And then the off base is gonna give you it's gonna be very straight at the top, but it's gonna give you much more of a wave, not so much a curl. So if you're looking for like the beach wave kind of a look, you're gonna wanna do these the pin curls off base. And so that's gonna make a lot more sense once I bring our model in and show you how to do this. Thanks. Okay, so I am ready to start this little tutorial for the pin curls. As you can see, I've just wet down the hair, and if you're going to do your whole head of pin curls, you want your whole head wet. I'm just doing 3 different kinds of pin curls so you can see what it's going to look like, because the way you do the pin curls makes a difference. So what I wanted to show you is there are different kinds of pin curls, and when we take a strand of hair, like I'm going to start back here, and I'm going to do this piece of hair. This is going to be called a cascade pin curl, and what that basically means, cascade stands up. They are stand-up curls. They are full of volume. This will give you the largest amount of curl when you do a stand-up pin curl. And so if you want to have full curl, full volume, this will work for any kind of hair. If you have curly hair, you just want to really have some tension to straighten out any kind of curl that you may have. And then at this point, as you can see, I'm standing behind her, but I have her hair going at a 45-degree angle in front of me. And this is because when I start to roll this hair up, you'll be able to see it, but this is going to allow this hair to be on its base. And so if you want full volume curl, you want to hold the hair out 45-degree angles, because I'm rolling. You see all this? So when I get down to her head, this pin curl is sitting on the base. It's right exactly where I started. If you are really looking for super curly hair, this would be the way to go. Now I'm going to show you a different kind of a curl. What if you don't want super curly hair? What if I want spirals? Well, if you want a spiral, you can do that too. And so this is going to sit half on and half off the base. If we stick it right on the base, you are going to totally have full curl. So what we do here is, instead of holding the hair out at 45-degree and curl it, because it's going to end up right on the base, I'm holding it up at 90 degrees. So when you hold the hair straight up from its base and we start curling, it's not going to be quite as voluminous, and you're going to have a nice spiral. It's not going to be full-on volume curl. It's going to be more of a spiral, and you'll see that once we let these dry and get them off of our model here. And now for this last piece of hair, what I want to do is I'm going to show you a completely off base. So an off base curl is you're going to hold it at 45-degree angles behind you, and this is only going to give you a wave. This is not going to be a curl, and if you have shorter hair, it's actually going to be like a bump. So when you're holding it at 45-degree angle towards you, it's not going to give you the volume at the top. It's definitely not going to curl your hair because it's not sitting on its base at all. So what this is going to do is mostly give you just a minor wave. And so I'm going to go ahead and pin this into place. And when we dry these, we will be back to show you what these 3 different pin curls are going to look like. So this is the curl that was off base, totally. The base is up here. This curl is sitting down here. It's sitting below its base. And so what we're going to do is remove this clip just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like. So as you can see, there's not a lot of volume up here at her head. It's just sort of like one of those beach waves. This is what you're going to get when you put your curl off base. It's going to be much more of like a little beach wave, not really a lot of volume up at the top. It's not going to like really scrunch up and super curl for you. So now we have the curl that I put on the half base, half off, half on. Now what you're going to see is a little bit more volume at the top, but it's going to be much more of a spiral. And you can kind of see how that spirals down. There's a little bit of volume up here at the top. I don't know if you're having if you can see these 2 different, the difference between them. But we have a little bit more volume up at the top. You can see how it kind of wants to puff out, where this one wants to lay more flat. I just want to keep these separate for you, and you can see how that just is going to spiral on you. So this is half on the base, half off the base. This is the strand of hair that you want to hold at a 90-degree angle if you're looking for a spiral like this that goes all the way down. And so this curl that was completely on base, that we held at a 45-degree angle away from us when we made this, this is actually going to be a curl. This is not going to be a spiral. It's not going to be, it wants to be on top of her head. As you can see, this indentation that starts right at her roots. So this wants to curl. This is the on base. You hold this 45-degree angles away. This was the half base. If she turns her head this way a bit, you can see that this has a little bit of volume. It doesn't lay flat the way this one lays completely flat. There's no volume here at all because this curl was off base. Her base was up here. We didn't even touch the base. So that's why it's smoother and flatter up here. And then it turns into that beach wave. You can get the exact same effect with a roller set, of course, but if you have the time and you want to do your whole head in pin curls, you don't need to have these per se, these little clippies that I use. You can do this with bobby pins if you have those laying around the house, but I just wanted to show you the different ways of curling your hair with a pin curl in case you don't have a roller set and you don't want to go to the salon and get your hair done in a roller set. These are just, you wet your hair down. You can, like I said, just depending on how you hold your hair, you can get these 3 totally different styles from just a pin curl, and it all just depends on where it's going to sit on the base. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you have fun curling up your hair with little pin curls. Okay guys, have a blessed night. Bye-bye.